Hello, welcome to Sheepdog Says. I'm Sheepdog, and this is a bit of a random one for today. As you can see, I'm in my car. I've even moved the camera into the middle so you can see me and hear me a bit better. I just had probably the most ridiculous thing happen to me while driving. So, give a bit of background. We have a Pokemon gym in our town which locks at 7. So somebody's taken it just before 7 when I was in it. You know, not acceptable. So I've gone out to catch another gym, sort it out. My music's blaring out nice and loud, driving along, singing at the top of my voice as I often do. And I sort of nodded someone out in their car and said, "That's right, mate, you go." But I didn't say that. I just pointed at him whilst yelling the words to my song as loud as I possibly could. And the look on this guy's face, he honestly thought I was just screaming and shouting at him. He just gave me this really well, screw you kind of look. I kind of realised how it must have tried to overemphasise the situation by drumming on my steering wheel and just generally making it look like I was, doing some kind of band exercise. I don't know, just trying to look like I was playing the music along. And I feel really weird because I put my camera right in the middle of the screen and there's people walking past looking at me like I'm crazy, like I'm trying to film and drive at the same time. As you can see, I'm not moving. Yeah, so I had to drive behind this guy thinking he thinks I'm a monster. And he probably hadn't thought about it any more than that, but I then tried to overemphasize the amount of singing and dancing I did to make it very clear what I was doing, which may make it look like I was just continuing to rant at him. I don't know. I'm going to have to forget about it, but I feel really stupid. It's not the first time that kind of thing's happened. It happens to me too frequently, probably. Every now and again I wonder out loud, out loud? Every now and again I wonder what people must think when they see me going along, going, "Wah!" whatever, along to music, or just shouting my head off. I mean, right now I'm wondering what the hell it must look like me talking at this, as I said. But I had a time where I was in the passenger seat and I was dancing, trying to entertain Lamp Up in the back of the car. And when I looked around, this couple driving in the car alongside us just looked at me and started doing the exact same dance and laughing at me. And I felt mortified. I felt like I had to just sit and behave for the rest. Like, we were just driving alongside them for ages. And I thought, I can't possibly act out now because they'll see me. I mean, I know that wasn't their intention. I'm not trying to be Mr. Oh, it ruined me, but it is very mortifying. I was going to do a video, funny enough, about singing today. I'd read a tweet about how somebody said that they can't remember normal facts and figures and stuff, but they can listen to an album for the first time in 15 years and remember every song. And that was part of my thought process. Was I don't understand how that works, because like I mentioned in a video maybe 10-15 videos ago about AFI, the band, and off the back of that I put them on briefly, and I put them on again today because I was thinking about this whole remembering the words to songs I've not heard in ages thing. And so they're one of the bands that I don't listen to often. I'm not saying not allowed to, that's not how it works, but like the kids don't want to listen to that and Kirsty doesn't want to listen to that, so I don't listen to that kind of music with them. But when it comes on, I remember the words, I remember the guitar, I remember where the beat stops and starts, I remember everything about it perfectly. But, you can say something to me at work, and I'm not going to remember every detail of what you've told me. It's ridiculous. I can't recall everything I've done today. And it's not just songs. What's really weird, and what backs my point up to, I mean, as a side note, there's just certain times when things come up, and it feels like everything ties in, because this has happened and tied into the fact I wanted to do it. The band thing came up because I put the album on, and these guys walking behind me making me feel self-conscious. So if I stop talking around them, it's because they're looking. But also today, when I got in, The Simpsons were on. They just kept walking, and it was a Simpsons musical episode, and that's not just songs, that's an entire episode with talking between the scenes, and I honest to God knew every single line, every single word, every single part of the entire video. And I don't know that for every Simpsons episode. I don't sit there and watch just Who Shot Mr. Burns and start doing everyone's lines. Although I imagine there's probably certain ones where I probably could do that. But the musical episode, I'm like, bang, bang, bang. The Buffy musical, I can remember virtually word for word. And I've not watched that properly. I've seen little clips of it here and there. But we put one on the other day randomly because I was flicking through YouTube and one of the ones come up. I tweeted about it as well, actually, because I only just got one of the jokes in one of the videos, even though that episode's 14, 15 years old. It came on and I was singing along and I thought, I get the joke in that now. But I don't understand how it works. Why do we remember music but not remember other stuff? Do I need to go back to secondary school and have them sing all of my lectures to me? I remember doing German when I was in school, and our German teacher trying to make the I think it's he, she, they, they, feminine, I don't know, we, and she used to make us chant them. It'd be ik, du, er, sie, es, wir, ihr, sie, sie, and we used to do it over and over again as a chant. Ik, du, er, sie, es, and I can't remember. I think it's I, you, he, she, they, we, or something like that. And I remember her making us do ik has, du hast, hast, ihr haben, ihr something. It has again. I don't know. It has. I can't remember now. But we had to do that again and again and again, again and again and again, and it kind of worked because I've not done that in 17 years, and I remember it. It has. Wir haben, ihr hat, hast. I don't know. That's going to baffle me now. But I never sat there in physics just being like the hadrons connected. I don't even know. I'm making up things now. I can't even remember physics at all. Why didn't we do more singing in lessons? I feel like if you'd have sung to me about, I don't know, what a semicolon was useful for, I'd have probably remembered that way before I kind of had to figure it out on the fly while trying to be a professional writer. I think I understand it now, but every now and again, Word will suggest I use one, and I think, it doesn't seem right, Word. I don't know what you're saying. So, I don't know. We should sing more about stuff. I think I remember more about religion because I went to a Catholic school that forced me to sing about Jesus and God and history relating to the Bible. So we had to just sing about random things. And I could probably remember the whole birth of Jesus Christ story because there's about 5 or 6 different Christmas carols that tell it as well. But you don't hear, I was going to say you don't hear songs about World War II, but I suppose there are chants and songs about it, although most of them are a bit, I can't think of the word. Is it xenophobic, jingoistic? I can't remember the word. I don't even know what that last word means. It might be wrong. They should do schools where every lesson is just songs. It must work. It must be because it's not even the repetition. As I say, I've seen certain episodes of things hundreds of times, but I don't sit there and recite them. I couldn't sit through a film. I know I have a friend, Shelley, actually, you're probably watching. I know she could do the whole, I think it was Bring It On. I might be wrong. I think it was Bring It On. There was a film that I think had Eliza Dushku in it, but she knew every word to that film, and that seems like a hard thing to remember. But I remember watching it with her, and she literally just recited the film. I can't do that with any film in the world. It'd have to be a musical. I've just got this memory that picks up songs. And I know Bosco has it as well. Lamp Up doesn't have it, but Bosco definitely has it. Because he just walked up to a kid yesterday and went, "It's coming home, it's coming home." And I'm like, Bosco doesn't really like football, and the kid he was singing to doesn't like football, and neither of them knew what it was about, but the song was in his head. I make up songs all the time. I walk around my house just making up songs about literally everything. Lamp Up always comments on how good I am at just coming up with rhymes off the cuff. I'm not going to do it here because I feel on the spot now, and that never works. But I'll just be rhyming about something, and she'll be like, "What the hell?" But Bosco gets him stuck in his head. I feel guilty sometimes because I come out with these rhymes that are a bit ridiculous, and then Bosco's walking around singing them to himself, and people must think he's the weirdest little kid sometimes. If he sings them at school, they must just think he's insane. And they'll even say to him, "What's that song?" He'll be like, "I don't know." Like, he's not the sort of kid who'd say, "Oh, my dad sung it." He doesn't know why it's in his head. He doesn't. I should start singing science at him. Maybe that's it. I'll just start singing. I'm not even going to try and sing that Hydron song because I don't even know. I think I just made up a word. I think I was mixing up lots of different words. But if I start singing the periodic table at him, maybe he'll learn it. I know there's the leg bone is connected to the whatever bone and all of that. That's a song people could learn. Maybe that's why people do it. But if that's why people do it, why don't they do that for my driving lessons? Why don't they just rhyme at me with that? I remember them trying to tell me some memorable phrase at the time, but I never understood what it meant, and it was only one thing they tried to rhyme with me. I don't know. It's just weird. I feel like I might be onto something. I should just start my own school where I just sing everything at the kids and they all get A grades because they're awesome, because I'm awesome at teaching with song or something like that. I haven't got much more to say. I hadn't intended to pull over and do it in the car. It was only because I completely ruined that guy's day. He looked so happy. He was just like, I stopped, I gave him the thumbs up, but whilst I was giving the thumbs up, I'm going, and like, honestly, his face just went from to like mild kind of, I just gave someone a middle finger behind the steering wheel. I don't think they noticed it so much, but I wasn't thinking about what I was doing. It's okay. They're not I think the fact I'm looking at them now is drawing more attention to me. I'm going to wrap this up because, as you can see, when cars are driving up behind me, they have to go round me. I feel like I'm in the way. I'm parked safely for any policemen that are watching. You know, the ignition's off and all that stuff. But, oh man, I've upset so many people. And annoyingly, I'm pretty sure someone's taken me out of the gym that I just put myself in on Pokemon. So I'm going to have to retake that. It's probably someone in this church. I'm sitting outside. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Subscribe, like, comment and all of that. Sorry the quality might not be as good as you're used to with this being in the car and whatnot. And you're closer to my face. As you can see, I've still not shaved, so it is coming home. Every time I see a white car, I think it's a police car in a panic. So I am going to wrap up now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.